So how's it, guys? So what's up? So I'm now sitting inside the T7. There is so much nice about this car. So got the wife's nephew here. Now I want to show you a couple of things. So this is not the top of the range. This is the T7 Distinctive. So the people that are familiar with the range, they have the Distinctive and then the Executive. So obviously the Distinctive is the slightly lower model. The Executive is the topper model with everything you get. Example, this one doesn't have the 360 cameras and it doesn't have the adaptive cruise control. It's still got normal cruise control. So it's missing a few things, but if you don't need those, this is the pick of the litter, if you can call it that way. Because what was nice about this one compared to the previous Distinctive and Executive models is that all the Distinctives now come with a full panoramic sunroof, electric all the way, and it is gorgeous. I mean, it's got a nice bit of space. You can literally see the sky. So I reckon when you're driving out to, going down to the coast and you're in the mountains and there's no lights, you can check out a lot of stars. Keep the kids entertained that way. But yeah, I mean, we can just pull the slider even more. And you can see there. So okay, so I'm sitting in my car park, obviously, where else am I going to be? So I want to show you a couple of things about this car that I think is quite lekker. A couple of things that I think, why did they do that? And a couple of things I think, okay, it's strange, but it makes sense, if I can put it that way. So the first thing I first want to do is that obviously a lot of guys are going to be listening to music and listening to all this stuff they want to do. I actually found this and it is quite weird. Okay, so I'm just going to put it onto radio station there. Okay, so we've got the radio busy playing. So now on the other cars you could change it off the steering wheel, you could change it off the screen obviously for your audio, and then on most of them you had the little buttons. So let's just move down here. So most of them you had the little buttons, which is now taken over by your aircon. Okay, so now if you have a look here, there's no real space here to do the volume. I mean, this is just all your stuff here. So if you have a look at there's no real stuff. However, there's your little button there for your volume. So you just scroll it up and you can go down. So it's actually a nice way you can scroll it up very quickly to get your sound that you want. But now on the steering wheel itself, now you'll actually see there's a couple of buttons missing. If you look at both steering wheels, like there's supposed to be a button there as well as a button there. Now those have been changed because those are actually the adaptive cruise controls and the AVM, which is your cameras, but it's got everything else. Now you'll see that this one's got here. So now this one in the middle, if you put it up, not push it up, sorry, wrong one, I pressed. If you press up, you'll see there's your audio. There's my media busy playing. But also, it's got two little buttons right here. So if you, let me try to get an angle there. I think that's the best angle I'm going to show. No, that's going to be a good angle there. So if you press this one over here at the top, there, well, you can see your volume going up. If you press the bottom one, that's for the volume down. And this is actually on the screen itself, so it's a little weird. But I suppose if you want to change it without having to use the steering wheel, which I don't see why, because you can do this. And don't forget, you can still do the voice activation to tell her to put the sound down. Then you got the two buttons above it. So let's go back to this one. Okay, so you got the button at the top there, which actually, if you press it, you'll see it actually changes the. So this is actually understandable. If you're busy driving in a place that's very dark and the screen's a bit too bright, you can actually make it darker. And then obviously you got the top one, so you can make it bright again for your normal stuff. So I've currently got it in, I think it is streaming mode if I'm not mistaken. If I scroll across, and you can see what the screen looks like. You can go into your themes. Okay, yes, I am right, it's streamer. So that's what your streamer looks like. If you go into fashion, you'll see it's going to change your screen, and that is what your fashion screen looks like, which I'm honestly not a fan about. I just think it's a bit weird. I do, however, I am a fan of, let's go back themes. I do like the classic. I know it's old-fashioned, but I really do like the classic, because I mean, I like that. And then obviously you can still have your, where is it? There you are. And you can just press down. You got your maps, and then you literally have your maps inside there. So you can drive without having to actually look on the side there. Now, one thing about this car is you can have your maps over there, but then also you have your maps there. So it's actually a own system that they're working. So you'll see there's a little button over here. It looks like a pinpoint or drop pin. So you press that, and then it comes up with Turbo Dog. Don't ask me what program that is, but yes. So anyway, you got your Turbo Dog, and then you got your voice, your maps and all that. So you can actually see where you are. As you can see where I currently am, Centurion side. So yeah, and then you can actually, I was playing around with this earlier. It's actually very easy to find anything. So you can just go there. You can just program it. It is nice and easy, and it works quite lekker. And just, I want to warn you, however, this is the Google Maps basically version. So depends on if you like Google Maps or myself, that I am a Waze guys. So I would normally just do my Android Auto. Okay, just got the maps issue there because I'm busy doing a camera and that at the same time. So there's my normal, so there's my maps. So now there's Waze and there's Google Maps. So that's a little weird. So you can decide which one you want. Okay, so let's quickly change to some of the other stuff. Okay, so there's the tires. You can actually check out all the stuff. Obviously listening to the radio. Now it's got a couple of cool features, but like I said, it's still missing a lot of stuff. So this was a little bit earlier. We were driving around. I was not being kind on the accelerator, if I can put it that way. I was revving it a bit. I wanted to see what this thing's power can do. As you can see, it's already done 6,200 kilos, so I was flooring it. But at one stage we were actually doing about 13 k's a litre, and on this beautiful car, on this size, it's not bad at all. As you can see, one of the reasons I've got the sunroof open up is because it is 28 degrees. That's quite hot here. Okay, so lekker things about this car is that it shows you your AFC, your trip, and your AVS, but now it's got two. So this one over here is your secondary, so this is your main one that you would use. This one is an individual, so every drive you do, it gives you a different kilos. So if you, like me, that's a technician, every time you go to a different place, it'll give you your how many kilos you've done and what your average is. So if you need to do tracking for your taxes and all that, and for SARS, that is an awesome feature to have. What else we're going to do? Let's check out. Okay, faults, maintenance reset. So maintenance reset, you just press and hold in. Okay, obviously we're not going to reset it. Actually, we kind of need to almost, but just press no, and that's it. I mean, what else we got here? We got your lights, your radio. Okay, that's currently listening on the radio. Map information, which, like I said, cool. And obviously I don't have the ignition on, so you can see it's got the EPC, it's got the auto, it's got sports. Now, one thing I do like about this is the mode button. So on a twist of a button,
normal mode entered.
Yeah, and that's what the car actually looks like. Okay, I've got the silver edition, but
economic mode entered.
It looks like that on the outside as well. So they haven't just stuck an old version.
Sports mode entered.
And then obviously we've got the lights over here. So now it's currently set to go according to the colors. So if we change
normal
the
mode entered.
Modes, it's supposed to change.
Economic mode entered.
Yeah. Okay, I think I was playing around with the settings here earlier, showing little nephew. Yeah. So let's quickly go. Oh yeah, also this button over here, the one over there, that is just your local setting. So you can press that one and it'll take you immediately here. So here's your stuff that you want to have play around with. So you've got your over speed, so if you're speeding too much, or if you want to set your speed for a certain alarm, you can do that. Obviously I'm not doing that. We're just going to go back. Okay, then you've got your, if you're tired, reminder shut down, which we're not driving enough to actually do that, so yes. Okay, the one thing that is very important, please people, please change the setting, is this one here, the steering force mode. So now what's happened is if you switch it off, now watch out, when I do that, this should come on, this will be motion and all that. So now the problem I've got with this is that a lot of people have that set for normal, so when they change their steering, it doesn't change it. So if they change from eco to sport, it doesn't change the steering feel, so it's not a good thing to have. Okay, then driver mode memory, that is just to keep it into whatever mode that you're doing. Okay, we've got car body. Okay, we've got the car body, which is a sensor unlock. So this one's got quite a few settings, but it doesn't have as much as the others. So it's got your auto lock, your main. So this is a nice feature. It's got your main driver unlock alone. So for the people that are worried about walking towards it and it unlocks itself, that's a nice little thing to have. And then yeah, it's got your smart unlock drop. So a lot of people are are aware of these functions, so it's a nice thing to have. Okay, we're going to in car. So here is your steering wheel button. So that little button I was telling you about, this little one there, if you can see my finger, where's my finger? There. So the one that's covering there, the little star, you can actually customize it. So you can select it and then you can choose what settings that you want. Not that there are many settings, but it's, you know, it's a nice thing to have. Okay, it has got wireless charging, which I was using a little bit earlier. Not sure if you're going to really see it, but the wireless charging is under there. Okay, we've got the custom air conditioning. So this is just to make sure that everything is set nicely, so you get into your car and the aircon is running to its full capacity, which is quite lekker. And then we've got the lighting. So this is what I was playing around with earlier. So I normally put it onto this one. Now let me just show you the rest. So you can actually go, now you can do, let me try to do it at an angle like this so you can see the light as I change it. So if I change it there, you can see it goes red. If I put it to green, it goes green. However, you can also customize it to what color you want. So if you want more of a turquoise, or you want more of a pink or red or yellow or even white, you're going to change it to whatever color you want. You can play around, you can have a lot of fun. Now myself, it's lekker, I put it onto ambient light music, so it plays according to the music that's on. So you can see the music is currently muted, or it's down but it's still playing, so you'll see it changes. I've got this set with my car as well as also basically any car I get into. Okay, now you got your head-up delay, so you can play around with all these settings. You can actually see the different type of delay for your lights and that, how long they stay on, how long they stay off, and then obviously to have your lights on and up or turn them down. But yeah, those are some of the things for this section. So yeah, so I will be doing more videos, but like I said, there's just so many options in this car. It feels like forever just to get through one part of it. But yes, there will be more videos following on all the features on the car. Okay guys, have a lucky day and chat later.